Well, welcome, Florida Softball Network viewers, to bracket play in a 2-2, a double elimination. This is the first game of double elimination, with the Gators coming in as the 5 seed, going up against the Firesnakes as the 4 seed. So 4 and 5 playing in their first matchup. Winner moves on to play one more game today to stay in the winner's bracket. The loser bumps to the loser's bracket and comes back tomorrow to pick up. And on 2 pitches, Fati finds herself down 0-2. And she holds on that one to bring the count to 1-2. And this is high for ball 2. Count even out 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Fati, the center fielder for the Gators. And she watches strike 3. First out there for the Firesnakes. Brings to the bat Cameron Solano, the left fielder. That misses high for ball 1. In the circle for the Firesnakes, Ballavander, number 33. So far, 5 pitches into this outing. And that misses again for ball 2. 2-0 the count. That's popped up behind the backstop and out of play to bring the count to 2-1. And she holds off for ball 3. 3-1 now the count. Hitter's count here. The catcher walks out to talk to her pitcher after 9 pitches. Quick consult there. Get everything dialed in. Make sure they're on the same page. And a swinging strike 2. All right, 1 out, full count on Cameron. And that misses outside. Oh, no. Called strike 3 on an outside pitch. Just grabs the right side of the plate. And that's the second strikeout. So 2 batters up so far for the Gators, both going down on strikes. Brings now Addison Held up to the plate. That's in there for a strike. And that's low for ball one. 1-1. And another outside ball called for a strike. Pitchers are going to have to see that they've got that outside part of the plate being given to them by the umpire, so they're probably going to live there. At least Balavander is so far, working out well for her with 2 strikeouts, looking for her third. And that one is hit hard into the air and caught on the run in left field by the center fielder. Oh, and I missed it on camera. It was a great catch. I got to readjust my camera shots on the screen. Apologize for that. Well, that's it. Three up, 3 down for the Gators. Unable to produce anything. As we move now into the bottom of the first and the Firesnakes coming to bat, you're watching the Florida Softball Network. To the bottom of the first we go here on the Florida Softball Network, coming to you from Altamont Springs, Florida. And the Firesnakes bring up number 19, Dolan. To bat in the circle is Izzy for the Gators, number 19. And here comes our first pitch for the Gators. And that one is hit to the left side of the infield. Comes off of the infielder's glove in third base. A rocket there and deflects out into left field for a single. And on just one pitch, the Firesnakes already have a runner on first. And there's another hit. And on 2 pitches, the Firesnakes have runners on first and second. And the third pitch of the game, finally not hit and in there for a strike. And that finds the outside, right where these pitchers should be living. Like I said, this umpire calling the outside of the plate. I'm sure that'll get perceived real quick here. Puts now a count up of no balls, 2 strikes. Klein, the batter. She fouls that one off to the right side. For strike 2. Staying at strike 2 here. No balls, 2 strikes, no outs, runners at first and second for the Firesnakes. Now one bounces, but no play for Peyton behind the mound. And both runners advance on a steal, a double steal, to second and third. So now runners at second and third, no outs. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. And there's a shot And that's going to bounce out for a ground rule double, scoring the first 2 runs.
Here we go, be smart. Hit it hard, do your job, move around. Hey, get on time.
And there's another great hit out in the center field. That's going to go all the way to the fence. Another run is going to score. And there's a stand-up double. And now the Gators are down 3-0 with absolutely no outs and another runner in scoring position. Well, the game quickly slipping away from the Gators, down 0-3. No outs as yet, and the Firesnakes managing to get batter after batter on base. Coming to bat now, number 6, Lee. And there's a ball hit high in left field. Left fielder will not be able to get it. It will drop in. Another run will score. The runners trade places. And now the score 4-0 on that double. And that misses for ball 1.
2-5-2.
And that one's hit towards the shortstop. Shortstop fields it, throws to first to get the first out of the bottom of the first inning. Well, the runners do advance. As that runner moves over from second to third, the Gators fortunate to get their first out. And now we move with Martin, number 11, at bat. And there's a ground ball to second. And another run scores, though, on that RBI out. So now it's 2 outs with the Gators down by a score of 5-0.
One more.
And that one is hit into right field. Tried to make the play at first, but not able to get it in time. Another run scored. No, not another run. There was nobody on at the time. But now the Firesnakes have yet another runner on. Brings to the plate now DiMartino, number 17 for the Firesnakes. Still in the circle, Izzy on 14 pitches. Here comes pitch 15. And that one misses high for ball.
Here we go, let it rip.
Ball one. And misses low for ball two. 2-0 the count.
Good, one more, come on.
And there's ball three. 3 balls, no strikes. And Peyton behind the plate, making an effort there to throw out the runner at one, Cozzolino, but she's back. That's in there for a strike. All right, 3 balls, 1 strike. Oh, and that hits the batter. And she'll walk it off down to first base. All right, and the runner at first looks like she's going to be all right. Which brings to the plate now for the Firesnakes, number 9, E. Martinez. Now to bat. Izzy, number 19, on 19 pitches. Here comes 20. And that is low for ball one. And that one's blasted into center field. Here comes a throw to home. No play able to be made. And another run is in, and that's a double for Martinez. RBA double for Martinez there. Now the Firesnakes up by a score of 6-0 with 2 runners in scoring position. That one's fouled off to the left side, now to play for strike one. And there's one fouled off again, out of play to the left side. For strike two. Well, that puts Izzy up on the batter Dolan by a count of no balls, 2 strikes. Izzy, a guest for the Gators in this game. She actually is a 12U player playing here in this 14U game with the Gators working off of an injured player. And another ball batted out of play to the left side. Ball comes in. Ooh. Ball coming in. All right, no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at second and third for the Firesnakes. Izzy in the circle, Dolan at the plate, and Peyton Williamson catching. Here comes the pitch. That misses low and outside for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes now the count. Defensively for the Gators, we have Haley Hirsch at first. Kinsley at second, Addison at short, Kennedy at third. And there's a swing and a miss for a strikeout. And the Gators managed to get off of the field. Well, more damage done there, as now the Gators find themselves in a rut, down 6-0, moving into the top of the second inning. So 6 runs put on them in the first, and now their turn to try to claw their way back into this game. You're watching the bottom of the first here to the top of the second, which should be updated right about now. And here we go. Leading off the second inning is Haley Hirsch, who played first base in the first inning. And she gets underneath that one, and that's going to go over the fence, over the backstop, and out of play for strike 1. And she's called for going around there, and strike 2. She's in the hole now, 0-2. And that misses low and outside for ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes to count. And that gets hit over to first base, easily tapped and out for the first out of the second inning.
Now up to bat, number 22, Peyton.
Brings to bat now number 22, Peyton Williamson, the catcher for this game. And that's in there for strike 1. And that misses, again, outside, but called a strike. And swing and miss for strike 3, and the second out.
Number 99, Kennedy.
There's a swing and a miss, strike 1. all these pitches way outside, they got to swing. They got to swing at them because otherwise they'll be called strikes. But it's tough because the bat will not reach that unless they step over the plate. Umpiring really suspect for home plate here on this game. A little disappointing. Tough for the girls. Again, outside, there's no way to reach that. So there's your strike two. Well, the Firesnakes are going to have the same thing, though, but they were hitting. So Gators need to make the adjustment. Or, yeah, the Gators pitching needs to be more towards the outside part of that plate. We'll see if they do make that adjustment through the game. That misses low. Outside, but low. So the pitcher definitely knows to stay on that outside part of the plate. That's Balavander pitching for the Firesnakes. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that's fouled off. The tip of the bat. Again, trying to defend that outside part of the plate. All right, 1 ball, 2 strikes for Kennedy. And that ball sails high, swing and a miss for strike 3. And the Gators go down 1-2-3 through the top of the second inning. So top of the first, they go down 1-2-3. Top of the second, they go down 1-2-3. So 6 batters up, 6 batters out, and the Firesnakes up by a score of 0-6. So a lot of work being done by the Firesnakes. The Gators really need to get themselves back into this game. If they lose, they will drop into the losers bracket, be back here at 8 a.m., and 1 more loss, and they are done for this tournament. Izzy, the pitcher, on 26 pitches so far. Balavander, the opposing team's pitcher, now at the plate to bat. And that misses for ball 1. And that's in there for a strike to even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Izzy fighting hard in the circle, managed to get out of the last inning with a strikeout, hoping to get a few more of those during this game. Now delivers. That hits the inside part. Look. And it was straight above the catcher. The catcher was looking, could not locate it. And a lucky break there for Balavander. As now the count goes 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's hit towards second base. Fielded cleanly. And they grab the out there. And that misses outside for ball 1. Well, defensively for the Gators in this inning, we have Izzy pitching, Peyton Williamson behind the plate, Reese Kennerson at first, Kira Sherman at second, Addison held at short, Kennedy Copeland at third. And that one is hit to the shortstop, and with a bad throw that bounces, gets past first baseman. He's able to knock it down, Reese, and the runner reaches to first on a throwing error by the shortstop.
Be on time. Come on, kid. Daryl.
Now coming to the plate, number 23, Klein. Or no, That's who just reached. I'm sorry. That one is hit out of play to the left side.
There you go. Let it rip.
Number 24, Downing, is at bat right now. Klein over at first. I gave you the infield before. Defensively in the outfield for the Gators, Cameron Solano in left field. Fozzie in center. And Luca out in right field. And that's in there for a strike. There we go.
Go inside, baby.
Izzy now up on the batter. We count 0-2.
Smart. Protect.
And misses low for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
There you go. Let it rip, Iz.
Handcuff.
And that is hit over shortstop. Oh, gets past the left fielder. And that's going to bring in another run and a stand-up triple. And a nice catch there made by Kira. All right, so 2 outs. Firesnakes, the runner over there at third. They'd like to get her in after already extending their lead, 7-0. And now at bat number 70, Hernandez takes high for ball 1.
Go one more.
That misses high for ball 2.
One more.
And that comes off of the handle. It's thrown all the way across to get the third and final out. All right, well, here we move in to the top of the third inning. First up to bat for the Gators, number 11, Reese Kennerson. And she looks at ball 1 that misses low and outside. Just the 7th batter for the Gators, as all 6 prior have gone down 1-2-3, 1-2-3. So hoping to get a change of that pattern here so the Gators can get back into this game. And just like that, they have their first runner on as Reese gets hit by that pitch. We've seen the Gators come back from deeper deficits, so we'll see what they have in store for this one. And next up to bat is number 16, Luca Hansberger. And Lucas swings and misses there for strike one. And manages to hold off of that one to bring the count even 1-1.
Taking over the world, Kobe.
And Luca bunts that one, and she manages to run it out. And almost picked off at second base is Reese, but manages to dive back just in time. And the Gators now have runners at first and second with no out. Well, it brings to bat now Kinsley Roman, number 31. With runners at first and second, no out. And she takes the first pitch for a strike. So strike one there. Swing and a miss for strike two. Kinsley down in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Runners at first and second. And watches strike 3. Well, the first out there brings to the plate to bat now Kira Sherman. Reese getting dirty, having to dive back at second, having to dive back at third, but fortunate to be called safe on both of those. And so now the Gators have runners at second and third with just 1 out. And that's outside, but it's going to be called a strike. There is no way for these batters to get to that ball on the outside. And the umpire definitely needs to move the outside of the plate in for those called strikes. It's really tough for any of the girls. And that one is low for a ball. That brings the count now to 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners at second and third. And Kira steps back in. And that is bunted but foul. Count even at 2-2 as Kira steps in. Balavander in the circle, about to throw pitch number 40. And that's that outside pitch that they all have to swing at because of that extended strike zone. Gators could really use to get at least a run or 2 across here, down by a score of 7-0. Izzy, the pitcher, now steps up. She's had a hot bat in some earlier games, hoping to get something here that she can hit. can help out her own cause in the circle. And that first pitch swung on outside for a strike.
Stay close. Here we go.
And that's high for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike now the count.
Here we go. Get it ready. Stay close. Here we go. Up the middle.
And that one misses for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Get it ready.
2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners at second and third. Balavander sets, delivers, and outside for another strike. And there we go. And she's going to be out easily, trying to steal home. Well, the first pitch there rolls to the backstop for ball 1. That's outside and unhittable, but again called a strike. Not sure what's going on with the home plate umpire's strike zone. But like I said, unfair to the girls. Brings the count now to 1 ball, 1 strike. And that one inside and comes off the handle. Which brings the count now to 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that one slips out of her hand and goes to the backstop.
Chest up in.
Makes the count now 2-2. Batting right now for the Firesnakes is Martin. She is 0 for 1 today. And, but that comes off the bat. I guess they're going to say that it hit her first. They are. They're going to say that that hit her first. It did not come off of the bat as a foul ball. So that puts the leadoff batter on base for the Firesnakes once again. And now at the plate is Cozzolino. 1 for 1 today.
You go 1 at a time.
And a successful steal there.
Inside? Wow. Great pick.
And that one gets past the second baseman, into right field, and gets past the right fielder. That's going to be extra bases. Another run scores. Wheels are on. She's going to hold up at third. With a stand-up triple and an RBI. And there's another hit. That's going to score yet another run. And it's just batting practice for the Firesnakes at this point. Oh, and running too. No heads-up plays. And the wheels seem to be coming off for the Gators. What a catch was made right there, a diving catch. The Gators able to get an out. And that's tapped foul for the first strike.
Keep fighting, come on.
And that one's going to be a ground ball to the pitcher, fielded for the out. And we have two outs.
Good, come on.
All right, two outs. Gators down by a score of 9-0. The Firesnakes looking to make it a double-digit lead with a runner at third base. Gators trying to prevent that from happening. And that's going to be a blast into right field. So that run is going to cross. And the runner is going to get an advance to a stand-up double. So a double-digit lead now as the Firesnakes go up 10-0 on the Gators. And and the runner makes it, the batter makes it all the way to second base. Pardon me.
One more. Go fight, girl.
Oh, nice pitch there for a strike. And that one goes onto the ground, and the runner's going to advance from second to third. So once again, the Firesnakes with a runner over at third base. Two outs. Gators need to get this last out here. And that misses just a little too far outside. He has been calling it outside, but that one was just a little too much. that one is hit off of the handle and fouls back.
Oh, one more. Let it rip.
And I'm not sure if that hit her or if that was ball 4. Couldn't quite tell from my angle. But either way, runners now at the corners. Runners at the corners. That runner will probably now advance from first to second. With fielders in difference here. So we'll just stay on the wide shot and watch that happen. And there she goes. And it's popped out of play. She's going to have to do that sprint one more time. Because that one gets fouled behind the screen for strike 1.
Be on time. 1-1. Barrel it up. Barrel it up, kid.
And there we go. There's that runner going over to second as we expected. So now two runners in scoring position at second and third with the Firesnakes up by a score of 10-0. And that one's called the ball.
Go 2-4.
One ball, one strike. Oh. Gets a call there from the umpire on an inside pitch for strike 2.
Hang tough now. Go.
So actually 2-2. 2-2 the count. 2 outs. Runners at 2 and 3. Here comes the pitch. And that is hit. Fielded by the pitcher, but outrun, and another run scores. And speed sometimes kills. Runners once again at the corners. That runner from first should advance to second here on the next pitch, again with infielders in difference. And the Firesnakes go up by a score of 11-0. And that misses low, and there's that runner going over to second base as expected. And the Firesnakes just having their way with the Gators at this point. Here we go. Is he going to make a pitch here? Delivers. And that's, fired right back at her. Fielded by the second baseman. Hopefully Izzy's okay. They're going to check on her. That was a hard shot right back to her. Looks like she's all right as she talks to Coach Travis, which is the most important thing here. All right, well, the Gators managed to get off of the field and move into the 4th inning. They're down by a whopping 11 runs, with the score being 11-0. You're watching the Florida Softball Network. To the top of the 4th inning we go. Coming up to bat is Izzy once again. She was batting in the previous inning when there was an out on the bases recorded, so she starts fresh with a 0-0 count. And that misses high for ball 2.
Go, Paisley. Pound his own, kid.
And that one skips onto the ground for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes as the catcher goes out to talk to her pitcher. Pitching in the circle for the Firesnakes is Balavander, catching Cozzolino. Izzy at bat, the pitcher for this game for the Gators. So up here, the count, 3 balls, no strikes. And swings and misses for strike 1.
Get it ready early, expect it.
All right, 3-1 the count. And that one's called strike 2. And Balavander rifles back to bring the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And she fouls that one away.
Good swing, there you go.
And the count remains full. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Got it, girl, see it. Gotta come to you.
And that one's going to land fair, just past first base. And she's going to go to second. And she's going to be in there safely as the ball skids out for the left fielder out to retrieve the ball to minimize any further damage. And she's going to run that ball into her pitcher. All right, well, the Gators managed to get a double there. A nice hit by Izzy, working on a full count. And that one goes over this backstop. Fati, the center fielder for the Gators, number 3, at bat. Swings a little tapper. She's going to get thrown out at first for the first out of the inning.
Now batting number 6, Cameron.
Well, time has expired, so the Gators have to score 11 runs, working with just 2 outs to tie it. So a long journey to go here for the Gators. And that one is fouled out of play to the right side for a long strike 1. And that one is going to be tapped to the shortstop. Well played. The throw to first, and that's the second out. Well, the Gators do manage to get 1 run across. So just 10 more to go with just 1 out left and no base runners on. There's a swinging strike 1. And that one is hit and lands foul to the left side and out of play. Well, just in foul territory, not necessarily out of play. In foul territory, but lands harmlessly, which puts Addie at a count of 0-2.
Hey, quality pitch right here, Pace. Come on, finish.
And that one is hit and is fair.
That was foul.
And the Firesnakes parents upset, up by a score of 11-1, thinking that that ball was fair, was foul rather. Well, it was called fair on the field. But some of the officiating has been a little questionable there from the home plate umpire. With the Gators now a runner at first and 2 outs. Up to bat now, number 7, Haley Hirsch. With Addison now at first base on that hit that went up the third base foul line. And that one gets fouled off to the right side and out of play. All right, the count now, 1 ball, 1 strike. And that was right there for strike 2.
Good pitch, get out.
Perfect pitch. Now Haley down on the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The coach comes out. 1 strike away from winning the game. Looks like we have an equipment malfunction there at the pitcher's mound. Problem with her mask. Starting to rain just a little bit of sprinkling here. All right, Haley comes back now. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Again, runner at first base with the Gators down by a score of 11-1. And she swings and misses for the 3rd strike and strikes out there. Well, real tough game there for the Gators. A masterclass by the Firesnakes on how to take care of an opponent as they win this game by a score of 11-1. The Firesnakes remain in the winner's bracket. The Gators now fall into the loser's bracket. We'll play at 8 a.m. tomorrow. 1 more loss and they're done from this tournament. And a long battle tomorrow to try to fight their way back into this. Well, we want to thank you very much for tuning in today to watch the games here on the Florida Softball Network. We invite you back to join us tomorrow. If you haven't had an opportunity to subscribe, we invite you to do so now so you can catch more of the action, including tomorrow's games. And if you did enjoy this game, please give it a thumbs up, a like, so that others can watch it as well. We thank you again for tuning in to the Florida Softball Network on YouTube. My name's Dave, signing off. We'll see you at the ball field.
Dude, you're awesome.